Hi, I'm Andy Friedlander. You're watching Vauxhall Football TV. We're joined by England manager Roy Hodgson. Roy, who first inspired you to get involved in the game?
Well, a very close friend of mine, Bob Houghton, at the time. We were very close. We met at school, we played together, and he was, I think, one of the earliest or the youngest full badge coaches at the time. He was really interested in coaching from an early age, so he was the one, I suppose, that really launched me into coaching. And then we were very fortunate in that era. We came across, some very famous names, Bobby Robson, Don Howe, David Sexton, people who I think were at the absolute top of their tree, and they were very kind to young coaches like Bob and I. So, the inspiration that we really needed to, encourage us to keep going, we got from these famous names. But I must say that if we're talking about the person who really pushed me towards coaching, it would be Bob Houghton.
And now, putting on your England fan hat and watching the match on TV or live, who was your England hero growing up?
Well, I regarded myself as an inside forward, so Johnny Haynes was a very big influence. I always thought that Johnny Haynes was a very good player. Johnny Byrne and George Easton were two others that I thought were players that I would like to model myself on.
And do you have maybe an early memory about watching the national team play on your dad's knee or a live game?
No, not the national team, fun enough. I remember seeing Stanley Matthews play for Blackpool at Chelsea in the very early 1950s and being hoisted through a Stamford Bridge crowd, but I'm afraid it didn't run to watching international matches. All of my early international matches were watched on the television, and the earliest games I can remember were those games, with Billy Wright and Bob Robson and John Haynes and all of these people. And watching running home from school to watch the match on a Wednesday afternoon.
Thank you very much for joining us. So if you would like to see more of our conversation with England manager Roy Hodgson, make sure every day you check into vauxhallfootball.co.uk, and of course we'll be covering the whole of the Euro 2012 tournament, and we'll have daily insight and updates for you.